Welcome back. Transaction Capital's used vehicle business, WeBuyCars, has made its stock market debut. This is the JSE second listing for the year and shares opened at just over 20 Rand. This is above the initial IPO offering price of 18 Rand 75. And joining me now to discuss the move in detail is CEO of WeBuyCars, Faan van der Walt. Thank you so much for your time, Faan. I think at this point it's quite clear, and South Africans really need to accept that we will never ever get the concert venue, the dome back. Because WeBuyCars has firmly planted itself in the market. Of course, I understand that the listing of WeBuyCars was born out of necessity, of course, to free itself from the headwinds of the parent car, the company Transaction Capital. But I mean, when you founded the company, was it always part of the vision to list WeBuyCars eventually, or was it just a thing that you accepted recently?
Yeah, great question. Back when we started, we never ever knew and thought that we would grow as big as we did. We've been so blessed to be surrounded by the right individuals and to have been able to walk this path. We always just looked at maybe 6 months ahead or a year ahead. So when a company scales, it can be done in two ways. It's either a push or a pull. But we just found that the demand for the service that WeBuyCars offer just grew automatically, and it's the same thing today. Our growth is not pushed; it's pulled by the customers who come and spread the word and use you over and over again. So no, we never envisaged this, but I'm really glad that today finally we've reached this benchmark, and we believe there's still a lot of scope for growth, and surely that WeBuyCars' best days is still ahead of us.
And actually, I mean, what is your reading of how the market has received the WeBuyCars listing today? Because it is trading above 20 Rand a share, which is more than the initial IPO pricing of 18 Rand 75.
Yeah, look, it's early days. I really cannot comment on the share price, but our goal will be to give long-term sustainable growth to shareholders, and that'll happen through expansion and just growing the market like we've been doing for decades now. So nothing new really, just keep on with innovation and serving clients in better ways.
Yeah, and actually, obviously, just talking about investors plowing into the stock, I mean, even the market cap came out more than what had initially been anticipated. What are your plans in terms of, what you're going to do with the influx of capital at this point? And maybe also just mention, the portion of that will be going to the parent company, Transaction Capital.
Yeah, look, like I said, we plan to grow, so we always try and keep the gearing within the business very low. It helps me sleep at night. Yeah, it's somewhat of a conservative approach, I guess, but it serves you well in periods where interest rates are high, etc. And yeah, we've never really wanted to fast track our growth, but rather grow organically, which has served us very well, and will continue in the same fashion.
Yeah, and also, I mean, talking about high interest rates, because that is something that has affected the vehicle market. And I mean, do you think that the timing of this listing worked out in terms of the fundamentals that are supporting demand for the, and growth momentum as well in the company?
Yeah, look, we are very fortunate at WeBuyCars to not be as severely affected with sways in the economy. We experience times when new vehicle sales are in a slump like it is right now, but because we serve the whole car park, meaning that there's 11 million vehicles on South Africa's roads, and we would serve those motorists when they sell their vehicles, regardless of the age of their car. We have the capability and the footprint to do that, and also the know-how to determine accurate prices on each and every vehicle. And dire economic circumstances, then there's less trade at the new end of the market and more towards the middle. So yeah, then there's more trade on that end, and we just shift our strategy a little bit, like we've done in the recent years, and that helped us to survive and continue to be profitable.
Yeah, I mean, there are growth ambitions for the next 5 years. What will the success of that hinge on? I mean, what are the pockets of opportunity that you are planning on capitalizing on?
Yeah, it's nothing elaborate. We will continue doing exactly what we've been doing, and that's growing market share. Now, that happens in a way automatically with customers just coming our way, spreading the word, but also with us expanding our geographical footprint, improving our technologies, putting more capital into the business, etc. And of course, it's a lot to do with people, getting the right people, training them well, and serving our customers. So yes, a lot of growth plans, but nothing out of the ordinary. It's just doing what we do better and at scale.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time and just giving us your reading of the listing of WeBuyCars today and, of course, the growth momentum going forward. Appreciate the time, Faan, and congratulations. That was the CEO of WeBuyCars, Faan van der Walt.